think it makes such a big difference for their confidence, spending time with with dads. You know, it's no.
Yeah, it's a true fact. There's no question whatsoever. You know, it's you know, and my wife, you know, often says to me, he needs you around, especially now. You know, in those growing years, you know, he needs to be reassured from me. He needs, you know, for me to tell him when he's done good, when he hasn't. And he needs me around to be a mate. You know, I'll tell you a funny story recently, and you may not use this or not, and I'm quite happy if you do or you don't. You know, I was talking to Harry about the whole sex thing, you know, being 12. And, you know, and Sarah was saying to me, you got to talk to him. And, you know, I never had it. You know, my father never told me jack shit, you know. And, you know, I didn't even know, you know, how to have sex. First time I did, I just remember if I moved a bit more, it actually helped and worked and felt better. Tragic. I was very young too. And I said to Harry, you know, it was only recently we were going down to the snow, and I just said to him, you know, mate, you know, the whole sex thing, and he said to me, he said, oh, Dad, you know, I know everything. And I said, buddy, you know, you probably do, but, you know, we should talk about it anyway. You know, I said, we should talk about masturbation. Oh, Dad, can't talk about it. And I said, why, mate? It's, you know, everybody will do it. And he goes, oh, no, Dad. Me and my friends, we've all talked about it, and we've all agreed none of us are going to do it. I said, buddy, as funny as it sounds, it's not true. No, Dad, we're not going to do it. And I said, mate, you will, and when you do, make sure it's private, and you clean up after yourself, and that's all I'm going to say. And you know, that's the extent of it. But I feel as though that, you know, he should be able to come to me for any reason, you know. And I say to him sometimes, I say, buddy, you know, you're lucky that, you know, you've got a mother and a father that aren't super conservative. You know, we've lived life. You know, we know about life. We know about most things. You know, whether it's, you know, sex, drugs, rock and roll, and you can come to us at any time and talk to us about it, and we're going to be an open page. You know, we know you're going to experience most of these things. We're not that naive, but you know, we probably have too, and you know, and we're happy to sort of guide you in the right direction. And I think that's really important for your kids, you know. And some parents will go, no, mate, you can't do that. But you know what? It's, you know, I see my wife's family and how she was brought up, and she was treated like a grown up, and you know, she turned out pretty good. And I like that sort of philosophy, you know, not just pushed under the carpet, and not worried about.
Yeah, well, it seems that, you know, being honest about what you've done and what they're going through, then it suddenly means that they're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's just an experience, like, rather than being judged.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's the best way.
Oh, look, you know, and you know, I was being honest. He asked me, he said, Dad, have you ever done it? And I said, mate, yeah, I have, you know. And then I was with one of my chefs, Simon, who's very open, and Simon turned around and goes, of course he has. What do you think he spends so much time in the shower for? It's probably not the response I wanted. But we get down to the snow, and one of my mates who wasn't in the conversation and didn't know what, you know, we'd been talking about, and the three boys, you know, all around the same age, were there in the room. And Michael walked in the afternoon and said, guys, what are you up to? And Harry turned around and goes, well, we ain't masturbating, are we? And Michael was like, what? He nearly fell over. That was very funny, I thought.